What do you call this, Steve?
Well, this is a campervan.
This is a bloke in a bed. A William Morris duvet. Come on, get up. The sun's out. We've got things to do. Honestly, I'll leave the van for half an hour, come back, and, well, I find the status quo is all and well.
Hello.
Well, that's quite some view, isn't it? Being woken up and greeted by an Asda sign, a giant Asda sign staring down at your van. We pick all the best park-ups, don't we, Steve?
No.
So, good morning, everyone. Today we are in a new place, a new town. We are still in Yorkshire. Were we in Yorkshire last time round? I think we was. Yeah. We're in North Yorkshire, I think, and we are in the town of Harrogate. So it's a lot posher than that sign suggests.
No.
So Harrogate, not Harrogate. I actually had to look that up. Do you pronounce it Harrogate or Harrogate? I assumed it was Harrogate because that's what stuck in my head. But, you know, always like to look these things up. And I'm quite known for pronouncing things wrong all the time. So I thought we'd better get this one right. Just one of those weird curiosities of the English language again. Like we've lived in Ramsgate. You would never say Ramsgate, would you? You would never say Ramsgate. No. It would just be Ramsgate. So... you know, I kind of thought maybe it's Harrogate, but no, it's Harrogate, just plain old Harrogate. So Harrogate, this is somewhere we've never been before, so we decided to drive our van, stay here, and we're going to go exploring today. We did have a quick look around last night. In fact, we had quite a big wander around last night. We've kind of seen a lot of it, haven't we? Yeah. But we thought we'd bring you guys along with us. So now we know the place a bit more, we can go off exploring and do some filming. Now Harrogate, in our search for potential places to live in this part of the country, Harrogate was somewhere we looked at online very early on, and then very quickly realised that was going to be impossible because Harrogate is super expensive. It's an extremely expensive and desirable place to live. So our expectations are quite high, really, because given it is quite costly, you know, the price to live here is kind of like southern prices, isn't it? And even some of the more expensive places down south, don't you think?
Yeah.
So it's like, does it deserve that? Does it live up to that?
The south doesn't.
The south doesn't. Some of it does. Let's face it, nowhere lives up to prices that are that extortionate, does it? Like, this is the way it is. Everybody's priced out of the market, but let's not go into that subject. So yes, Harrogate is built on lots of money, and there's a very specific reason for that. So Harrogate is known as a spa town, and it kind of built up the spa, the waters here that were meant to have healing properties. They were discovered here in the 1500s, and it wasn't until the Victorian era, the 1800s, that it kind of became really prominent. So when we go round, you'll see that so many of the buildings, the majority, are of Victorian era, because that's when the town flourished, and lots of the finest people in society came here, Steve, to enjoy these thermal waters that were supposed to cure all manner of ills. I'm kind of rambling.
Not like you.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? How unusual.
Are you finished now then?
Almost. Just as I was talking into the camera, some very drunk people just wandered. It's the morning, by the way. Wandered past swearing. So yeah, not so posh now, are you, Harrogate? Eh? You find it everywhere.
I do.
Anyway, we're going to get up. I've been for a run. There's some great running routes around here. I'm all sweaty. I absolutely stink. Let's go and bring the tone down in Harrogate, shall we?
No.
Let's go. Steve's spying the sweet treats already.
I can tell you right now, I can make a much better brownie than that.
And he can.
I can see it.
It's a big claim, but he definitely can. Stephen makes a really good chocolate brownie. Although I might add, it comes straight from a Nigella book.
Yeah, it's Nigella.
But that's fine. Right, cheers, Steve. Obviously, we've come into a pub, of course, and we got a sandwich coming with it as well.
Oh, I've got a fish finger sandwich.
Fish finger sandwich, and I've got a chicken and avocado sandwich.
Yeah.
So that was £23 for the 2 drinks, 2 sandwiches. They both come with chips, which isn't too bad. I think that's pretty good. But let's see how it comes out. So there we go, 2 pints of beer. There's Steve's fish finger sandwich. That's looking pretty good. That's a nice bit of fish there, Steve. And I've got chicken and avocado and some chips, obviously. Got to do the taste test now. Bring my food about. It's nice. It's avocado, it's chicken, there's lemon mayonnaise, I think. That is good.
There's a nice amount there, really.
Definitely. And in Harrogate, obviously there's lots of expensive restaurants and places to eat out. So to find quite a good deal like this, and it's a really nice pub, we're sat in the sun, overlooking the green over there. That's pretty good, isn't it? I'd say that's a good find. Now the question is Steve going to ruin it by moaning? That's good, that's a good amount.
It's quite a lot. I'm actually going to take that top bit out and eat that separately, I think.
And the chips are nice. Everyone's waiting for the verdict.
Nice.
Good? The batter on that looks really nice. It's a good bit of fish.
Yeah.
Well, with that, we are going to enjoy our food and our drink in the sunshine of Harrogate. And we'll catch up with you afterwards. Aye. And we've gone straight from the pub and some food to the cake shop, Steve. We've gone to Betty's. So one thing that Harrogate is really well known for is a place called Betty's, and it's a big tea room in a very ornate looking building. It's absolutely gorgeous, and Betty's has now got about 4 or 5 across Yorkshire, haven't they? I think there's one in York, a few other places, but this is the original Betty's in Harrogate. Now Betty's has got quite an interesting history. So it was founded by a Swiss man just over 100 years ago. I think it was 1919 that it was founded. Now this Swiss man, I think he was called Fritz Butzer, when he moved, I'm not pronouncing that right, I know that, so let's just call him Fritz, shall we? But when he moved to the UK, he changed his name to Frederick Belmont. Now Fritz had a really quite sad upbringing, actually. So what happened, he was orphaned when he was really young. He lost his mum when he was young, and then there was a fire, he lost his dad, and then he was sent somewhere. I think he was sent back to his local community, and he was brought up on a farm, but he was effectively kind of just used for labour. Now when Fritz was younger, we're still in Switzerland at this point, he trained to become a baker, and he learned the art of confectionery and how to make chocolates and things like that. A chocolatier, is that what we call it, Steve?
I guess so.
All of that stuff, he had all 3 of those things under his belt. So when he moved to the UK, he wanted a fresh start and to try and use his skills. So he arrived in Bradford, and then eventually that led him here to Harrogate, where he opened Betty's Tea Rooms, and he used his skills to, well, display and sell the wares that we see today, effectively. Of course it's evolved since then many times, and as I said, there's quite a few of them, but this place is so popular, and if you come on weekends and certain times of the year, you have to queue outside to get a seat to get your afternoon tea. You go in, you can get tea and sandwiches and cakes. They're known for something called a fat rascal, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah. Which
is like a big scone. Extremely popular, very pricey indeed, but it's meant to be for the whole experience, and it does sound like it's, you know, just a lovely cozy little afternoon tea thing you can have, isn't it? All morning they do breakfasts.
Aye.
But they do lots of cakes as well, and Stephen is like itching for me to finish this so he can eat the cakes we've got.
Yeah.
We didn't want to go in for afternoon tea, so we thought we'd better get some cakes. We're going to come and sit outside in the sunshine, and we're going to eat them. So before Stephen starves to death, let's show you what we got.
Aye.
So we have this fabulous fancy box here. Oh, a ribbon. Oh, these cakes are going to taste so much better with this ribbon around them. How lovely is that? I feel so posh now. That's glorious. Would you do the honours, Steve, of opening Betty's cake box? So we've got 3 things. Steve's got a vanilla slice. I've got a Swiss chocolate torte. Is that how you say it? Torte? And then Stephen has got this lemon tort of sorts. So let's try these cakes, shall we?
Aye.
You better go first, Steve, because you've been waiting so long,
Wasp.
getting annoyed at me.
Got a wasp here, thinking he's getting some of my cake.
Oh, we got a wasp. I'm wearing pink today, that didn't help.
Well, I think I should try the lemon.
I think you should. And by the way, all of this came to about £13 something,
Yeah.
which is about standard for cakes like this, I think.
It's not bad when you think how much you pay for a small piece of brownie and a Costa coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
This is my lemony looking good.
Lemon curd tort, that's what it is, lemon curd on the top. That's looking very good. The sponge is looking nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's good.
It's nice, but I was expecting that sponge to be a lot moister.
It looks moist, is it not then? Is it quite dry?
It's not dry, but it's not as moist as one.
Well, Steve, that doesn't sound like you hoping for better than what you've actually got. I mean, we nearly had 2 positives from Steve in one video, and we probably have to shut the channel at that point. So here is my Swiss chocolate tort. That looks very good. It's all falling on the floor. I feel like I should break this bit off, but maybe I'll just bite into it, shall I?
Yeah.
I'll just go into it. We go all in, Steve.
Yeah. Is it like?
That is really good.
Nice.
That is nice. That is good. You're getting an audience now.
Let's have a look up close. That's it.
Quite nice sponge.
Yeah.
Really, really rich chocolate.
Is it moist?
It is quite moist. It's not like super moist, but it is moist. No, I'm pleased. I think a bit like you, it looks moister than it actually is, but it's not dry. That's still really nice. Really tasty. It tastes super indulgent and rich and chocolatey and just gorgeous, and yeah. I'm sorted, Steve. Well, I'm going to eat this, and I think we'll just carry on.
No.
So there you go, Betty's. If you're in Harrogate, come to Betty's, apparently. Especially if you're into your tea and cakes.
No.
You've got to go to Betty's.
Aye.
So we've just been for another drink and we found a Wetherspoons. We didn't have a bet, but Stephen said, I bet there is a Wetherspoons here. And I said, I don't know if there will be, in Harrogate. I wasn't sure if it's the sort of town that would have one. Well, of course, Stephen was right. They did have one. There's Wetherspoons everywhere, isn't there now, Steve? Mm-hmm. They're in pretty much every town, but sometimes you don't see them in. Anyway, this Wetherspoons, that's got to be one of the most impressive buildings for a Wetherspoons we've seen, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, it's in old winter gardens.
Yeah, an old winter gardens, which are like the old theatre type, where they put on shows. Some of them are still open, some of them are in disuse around the UK, but yeah, this one's been turned into a Wetherspoons, so really, really amazing building that was, and we had a glass of wine in there, which was lovely. Mm-hmm. Actually, it wasn't, it tasted really cheap, but whatever. To be fair, we went in because I needed to charge my phone, so it did its job. And the bit we just passed just now is the Turkish baths. Now, that was part of I think it was called like the Royal Baths complex that started here in Victorian times. It's how Harrogate got its name. So we had the spa waters, the waters that came out of the ground. They were known for their healing properties, and so all sorts of treatments started in that building, and I can't remember them all, but they did so many different things that were supposed to be good for you. Over the time, of course, that's kind of like stopped and it doesn't exist anymore, certainly not in that building, but what does remain is the Turkish baths and the original decor in there, which is very kind of Moorish, sort of Islamic looking, with like mosaics and all the different tiles and stuff. That's still the original design from well over 100 years ago, I think. So it looks really nice. It's quite expensive to go in though, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, It's like 20 odd quid, wasn't it?
There's about £27 each, but that's not with like a massage or anything like that. That's just to go in the water, so didn't really fancy that.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice building. It was just hard to film around there because you've got a really busy main road. Actually, that's one thing about Harrogate. It's been quite irritating to film because there's so many busy roads going in and out of it. I find the cars are getting in the way. Honestly, what are they trying to do? Don't they know we're filming? Like, come on.
Inconsiderate.
Exactly. Damn traffic. Like, we're come along, dear. We're here to make a bloody travel video on Harrogate, and you're here driving about, getting in my way. Exactly. Don't you know who we are?
Exactly.
But seriously, like, you do look around, you can see it's a wealthy place, and it is extremely pretty. Gorgeous, gorgeous buildings. They've retained a lot of that Victorian architecture. It's really nice to see. What I would say is we did both notice that even here, it's not so obvious because it's quite a thriving place, because it's quite attractive. You still see the same struggles. There are lots of closed up buildings, some in disrepair, lots saying to let, and I'm guessing the buildings here are extremely expensive to rent. So it's probably still got the same struggles, and we passed many shops and bars that didn't have anyone in. So I would say that even towns like this, and I know this from being in Canterbury, working there, and where we've been there over the years, similar places, those struggles still exist. So it doesn't always have to be a well-off town to have those same problems that every high street is suffering from. I'm going on now. It's sunny though, so shall we move on? I don't know where we're going. Just going to continue walking around.
Another pub.
Let's go. Yeah, good idea. Let's get another beer. So you see signs of Harrogate Spa Past all over the town. There's little things dotted around indicating what it used to be. And in the park here, there's this little building, very cute little building here. It looks like a little chapel. And this is the Magnesia well. So this well was put here in the 1800s to bring up water, which was rich in iron and sulfur and other minerals, which was then used to treat things like gout, rheumatism, digestive disorders, all that kind of stuff. So this is interesting. At the back of the pump museum, they've got a tap, and it says sulphur water, which is what you'd expect from here, but it also says do not drink or consume, yet you can get the water out. Now, Steve, why are you able to get the water out if it's telling you not to drink it? Like, what's the purpose of it? It absolutely stinks, by the way. It smells of kind of rotten eggs, which is exactly what you'd expect from sulphur. But it's supposed to be good for you, so although you're not supposed to drink it, although I've read that people have drunk from this and they've been absolutely fine, it's good for bathing and stuff like that. Cheers again, Steve.
Cheers.
So we've come to Hales Bar, I think it's called, is it? Or just Hales?
Hales.
This is the oldest pub in Harrogate, and it's actually in two separate halves. So one half we just walked into is from the 1800s, and the room round the corner, which I'm not 100% sure if it's open today, they said something about a meeting going on, is from the 1700s. But there's a few like things where it's kind of powered by old gas lamps. Is that right, Steve? I caught a glimpse of it. It seemed like some of the things being run there weren't electric lights, but it was all kind of gas lamps. So we've come outside, so we're not able to appreciate it fully, but I think we'll go in a minute and, you know, hopefully we can film some of it. But really, we just wanted to sit down. We've been walking for hours, haven't we now? What are you looking at?
Just wait for you to start talking.
Start talking? All right then, Steve, you do it. I'll stay silent.
Bye.
That's the end of the video, is it?
See you next week.
If Steve had his way, there will be no videos. It'll be hello, bye, that's it. See you next time.
Bye.
So we are now back at the van. My batteries were running out, so we kind of had to come back anyway, and we ran out of time. Harrogate definitely feels like somewhere we've underestimated once again in terms of the time you need to give it, because there is a lot to see here, isn't there? And we started late in the day anyway, walking around, so we kind of lost a few hours from the morning. Yeah, there's lots to see. I'm sorry if we can't show it off properly. Maybe we'll do a little bit tomorrow before we leave. I'm not 100% sure.
We've been out all day. Like,
yeah, we
I'm
have.
tired now. We still haven't seen it all, but but we've been out for like 5 hours.
We've been walking a lot, haven't we, really? Even though we've gone to a couple of different bars, we have been walking a lot. So the last place we went to was a place called Hale's Bar, and it's the oldest pub in Harrogate. A really cute oldie worldy pub. It was opened in the 1700s, I think, and it's split into two different bits. Very nice, all sorts of old things in there to look at, and it's actually got old oil lamps, hasn't it, on the bar, so you can see the flames coming out.
Yeah, it looks like Bunsen burners.
It does look like Bunsen burners. I mean, they've got electric lighting as well, so it's not like totally old-fashioned. But yeah, it's got the oil lamps on there, which is very nice. Not oil lamps, gas lamps.
Gas lamps.
Gas lamps.
Yeah.
And the barmaid was really helpful because she gave me a little information sheet showing the history of the pub, which was very good. So that's in a really good location, right next to the Pump Museum.
Aye. It stinks.
It does stink of the sulphur. And actually, there was a thing on that information sheet about the pub that says because underneath the pub, the springs they run, and occasionally the smell of sulphur actually comes up through the cellar, which is lovely.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad. At least you know it's just normal. It's just minerals. That's all it is.
It smells of rotten eggs.
It does smell of rotten eggs, but it is just minerals. It's all it's all good stuff for you, Steve.
Aye.
So we are back in the van. I think we're just going to settle down for the evening. We've got burgers for tonight, haven't we?
We have.
Dirty burgers. I mean, how basic, but you can't beat a burger, can you, sometimes?
Yeah.
Sometimes it just hits the spot.
And a bit of skanky old macaroni cheese that we got really cheap.
Skanky old macaroni cheese. Well, it's not that skanky, but it was the cheapest one we could find, so it probably is. We're going to have that with some salad, and we'll sort that later on.
Salad?
Salad, yeah.
I never said I was making salad. I said I'd chop some onion.
Well, you don't have to make it. We've got a bag of salad, Steve. It's all very simple and convenient.
In which case, we've got salad.
We have got salad. So we've got some healthy stuff as well.
Aye.
Yeah, we might show you some more of Harrogate tomorrow. There's a couple of extra things to say about this place, but we'll see how we go. So sorry if we haven't shown it all off, but we're going to shut off for the evening. My arm's really hurting now, Steve.
Stop talking then.
All right then. I hear that all the time.
All right then all the time.
It doesn't work. All right, we will see you tomorrow, I think.
Bye.
Bye. Well, good morning. Morning, Steve.
Morning.
We are still in Harrogate. We stayed here again for another night. All very nice. Safe little car park next to the Asda. Completely trouble-free, wasn't it? No problem whatsoever. And we were tucked away in the corner quite discreetly, which is always a bonus. I just wanted to say, I mean, I'm really sorry we haven't been able to show off this town. Even now we're walking past bits like, oh my God, we didn't see that. We didn't film that. There was an art gallery we wanted to go to. That was shut yesterday, but we just haven't got time to do it today. So there's so many bits we didn't show off, but it's an absolutely gorgeous place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
So if you're lucky enough to afford to live here, then yeah, it is a pretty good place to be, I think. And I imagine it's a safe place to be.
Aye.
Very attractive, and if you like lots of fancy shops, but also mixed with lots of normal shops as well, loads of places to eat, which is great, and just full of attractive Victorian buildings, then yeah, get yourself to Harrogate. It's certainly worth visiting, and it's nice to visit saying, yeah, we stayed in a car park. It did cost us £7 for 24 hours, but I'd say that's worth it, really.
Yeah.
You know, it's somewhere very close to town, and we could just walk in and out and we could sleep without a problem. So one thing I did want to say, we didn't get a chance to say it yesterday, that's so good about Harrogate is actually there are so many green spaces like this, absolutely tons, aren't there?
There's lots.
Given the town isn't absolutely huge, it's big, but it's not huge. Everywhere at the edge of it, there's always a big park of some description, and it might be one full of flowers or things like that. We walked through one yesterday, or it might just be open fields like this. I mean, this appears to be sports fields. I can see stuff on it, but clearly it's a public park as well. So you've got the best of all worlds in Harrogate. You've got that town centre, and then at the edge of it, you can just escape into lovely green areas, which some towns are crying out for, I think, don't you?
Yeah, it always makes the town a bit nicer when it's got a bit of a green space somewhere.
It does. Just having some parks for people to access is so crucial.
Yeah, so.
But we're in a bit of a dilemma today. The time's getting on a bit, and I've got to finish a video that's got to go out tomorrow. But we've discovered that there's not enough battery power left in our battery pack that we use, our portable battery pack. So it might be enough for me to finish the video, but probably not enough to upload it and finish the rest off. So it's Saturday, we're kind of thinking, what do we do? I think we're going to book into a campsite is the option.
We're going to have to, otherwise there'll be no video.
There'll be no video, yeah. So what we'll do is go and get a coffee somewhere. Our signal's a bit rubbish where we're parked as well. So we're going to go and get a coffee, find somewhere to stay. I could do with a shower, to be honest, because I absolutely reek. I've just done another 5k run and I just stink. So I want a shower, I can finish the video then. And that's what we're going to do. I don't know, I was going to say it's the end of the video, but I don't think it is.
We'll catch up later and end the video later.
We'll see you later. We don't know what's going on. We'll let you know what's happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, Harrogate, lovely, lovely. We'll see you at the next stop. Good morning, Steve.
Morning.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm alright.
You alright?
Just a shower.
We're all refreshed. We've come to a campsite. Well, we came to a campsite yesterday, so we've had a wash, which always feels absolutely luxurious. Yeah. So we are raring to go, right, Steve? We're ready to face the world.
We've got 10 minutes that need to be gone.
Yeah, we do. So I better make this brief.
Aye.
Let's see how that goes. So when we saw you last, we decided we were going to check into a campsite so I could finish a video. That I managed that just about in time. Very quite late at night by the time it was done, but we managed it. That's quite common, actually, isn't it? Seems to happen late on a Saturday night. These things get finished. And as a result, we've had a wash as well. So we're on a campsite just outside of Harrogate. It was quite pricey. It was closer to £40, which is obviously like, what the hell? But it is bank holiday weekend. That's where we're at in this video currently.
And the options were limited.
The options were very limited and it was close by. I just needed somewhere to go so we could do the video, and obviously we've had a wash, etc, etc. Now this campsite, I can't remember the name of it. I'll try and write it there if I remember. I think it might just be called Harrogate Camping or something. It said on the website, and I initially clicked away, that you could only book for a minimum of 3 nights. When you go to the booking form, it just says it starts with 3 nights. So I thought, oh well, sod that. We just started looking again. But then I thought, hang on a minute, why don't I ring up and ask? And the guy on the phone just said, actually, yeah, we've got a pitch for 1 night for you. So it really does pay to ring up, doesn't it, when you see things like that? A lot of campsites do ask for 2 or 3 nights minimum, but maybe just give them a call, because it certainly worked in this case. Maybe they just weren't booked up enough for the bank holiday weekend. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's really busy here, but yeah, it paid off, so that was all good. So today we're kind of like, what are we going to do now? What's happening? And it was like, shall we go for a walk, a short walk, but somewhere quite nice we wanted to go, or should we go and look round a town? It's like a live decision, Steve. What are we doing? What's happening?
We're going to go and look around the town, because the weather's not looking that great. I think it was spitting a bit earlier. Yeah. And I'm hungry, I want something to eat, so
yes,
town it is.
I'm down with that. I think it's really overcast. The temperature seems to have dropped like by 15 degrees. Like it's suddenly changed completely. We've had some really nice weather and now it's all gone. So yeah, I'm with Steve on that. We're going to go to a nearby town, and it's the one very close to here, and I think it's called Knaresborough. Are we saying that correctly? It looks like Knaresborough, doesn't it? Yeah. We'll look it up. Knaresborough. But another nice, pretty town that's right next to Harrogate. So let's go and get something to eat.
All right then.
Aye.
Come on then.
So we have arrived in Knaresborough. I just looked it up. It is indeed Knaresborough. So no further bad pronunciation from me from the rest of this video. It is Knaresborough. We don't know anything about this town. We've just done this on a whim, so can't tell you anything. Not sure what we're going to see. We're just going to walk around and have a look at some of the sites, and hopefully we can see what it's got to offer. But yeah, without looking things up, and I don't know if we've got time to do that. I don't know. I'm not sure what we're actually going to see here. Do you?
No.
And I need a shave. I'm starting to look a bit bedraggled now. I need to shave.
I don't think you need to worry.
Oh, Steve, you flatterer.
I know.
That's about as much as I get as a compliment from him.
Aye.
Oh, what a difference a day makes, eh? It's so cold.
It's cold.
Like, it's May and it feels like we've reverted back about 3 months now. Awful. So, Knaresborough, quite a nice little market town, isn't it?
Yeah.
All very pleasingly attractive. And running through Knaresborough is the River Nid, and we're about to come to a point in a minute, so we're just walking by the river now, and we're going to come to what is one of the most, probably one of Knaresborough's more famous features, that's meant to be quite stunning to look at, and that's a bridge that goes over the River Nid. It might be a viaduct, I'm not sure, so we'll show you that in a bit. I think our heads are thinking several days ahead now, because we've got work coming up again, we've got to do some washing, we need to wash the van, there's little things, so we're kind of, I feel quite distracted now, do you?
Yeah. Winding down, ready to go back to work.
We are winding down, so I'm still enjoying walking around, but we're just kind of like moving on to that next bit.
Right.
Anyway, let's carry on with this river walk and we'll go and see this famous bridge, shall we?
Right.
Let's go. Only gone and got ice cream, haven't we, Steve? Of course we have. I mean, it's not actually, I don't usually get an ice cream.
We're either drinking beer, eating ice cream, or eating chips.
Yeah,
Which is a good one.
it's really good. I can't remember the name of the shop, but actually in Knaresborough there has been so many ice cream places, hasn't there? It feels like we've passed loads down by the riverfront and then also in the town itself.
This one was cheaper than all the other ones, but this is good ice cream.
For both of these it was less than a £5. I've got it all over my beard now. So Steve's got black cherry, and I've got, oh, what was it called? Like a mochaccino or something? But so basically coffee. It is so good. Like, it's so rich. And Steve, like, you actually like your ice cream, don't you? He's not moaning. Do not retune your channels. It's nice not to feel ripped off. The ones by the river were quite a bit more expensive than this, weren't they?
Yeah, about 50p more.
And they might not have been as good, whereas these are very tasty. I'm not really like a massive coffee lover of the drink. I will drink it, but it's not like I love it or anything. But I always feel like coffee is far better suited to going in sweet goods for eating than it is for actually drinking. Anyone else agree? So like coffee cake, I absolutely love it. Coffee and ice cream, perfect.
I think I don't like that stuff. I think I wouldn't eat that.
Good job.
I'd never pick that.
You're not having
I'd
it?
probably eat it because I like ice cream, but I don't like sweet coffee stuff. I think coffee ruins the sweetness.
No. Answers down below. Coffee and cakes and ice creams or not? What do you think? You're on, Steve.
Oh, hello.
I took him by surprise. Well, good morning. It is now the next day. We've moved on slightly and we had found a very lovely little park up last night, didn't we? In the middle of nowhere. Found a great trail run by a river and through a nature reserve, so that was good. We stayed the night. We'll let you know what we thought of Knaresborough in a bit, but we've got one last little thing to do before we move on today, so we're kind of preparing for work and getting in that mode now, because that's where we're off to next. But we've got one thing to do with Daisy. We've actually got several things to do, but we'll show you one of them.
Aye.
That's it.
That's it.
We'll do that and then we'll show you the next bit. So
It's fascinating.
I know, isn't it? I'm really bad at these links sometimes. Control of this, okay?
He hasn't. We've been to the pub. We don't know what he's talking about.
No, I know exactly what we're doing, Steve.
Then carry on then.
I know what we're doing.
Don't lie.
So we have moved on once again. We're fast forwarding through a lot of things here, Stephen, aren't we, in the last few clips, just to keep you all on your toes. So we washed Daisy. She's had a lovely clean. She looks so much better, doesn't she?
She does.
The roof was absolutely filthy, but to be honest, we need to be parked somewhere where we can get on top and scrub that properly. So it's not all done, but it's at least a little bit better than it was. Unfortunately with Daisy, as if you've watched many of our previous videos, you'll know that the middle door is painted in an entirely different colour to the side doors. So the middle door is painted white, and all around it on our left hand side, my side right now, it's beige, isn't it? It's like a cream colour.
Aye.
So everything just, when you wash her, it just still looks unwashed on that side. However, the right side of the van looks absolutely amazing, kind of. One day we will get her spray painted properly and we will get her realigned and stuff like that. Am I going off track, Stephen? You look confused.
I think you are.
Well, that's okay.
Well, I'm just thinking about all the bugs that are still stuck to the front of the van.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect. We washed the van and there's still dead bugs stuck to it.
Anyway,
So
we're digressing.
thanks, Tesco. We spent a tenner on your jet wash and there's still dead bugs, but we tried our best.
Aye.
She still looks better.
Aye.
So yeah, we've had a wash, we're getting ready for work, we are settling down, we're having a dandelion and burdock on vodka because, well, it's a really good combination, isn't it?
Dandelion and burdock and vodka.
That's what I said, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know, did I stumble over my words?
I don't know, I might have done.
I might have done.
Or maybe I wasn't paying attention.
We hadn't been to the pub previously or anything.
No, we haven't had 2 pints of beer.
not at all.
No, we don't do things like
We
that.
don't do that.
No.
So, very good combination, dandelion and burdock, which is not my favourite, but I have to say it goes really well with this. Tastes like a cocktail, doesn't it?
We're digressing again.
We are digressing. So, on to the next bit. Knaresborough, Stephen. Did you enjoy Knaresborough?
Knaresborough.
The last town we went to.
Oh. Yeah, it's alright, wasn't it?
And that's Stephen's viewpoint on Knaresborough. Yeah, Knaresborough, very pretty little market town. It was great. We had that really nice ice cream there. What's really good about it is it had the bridge, the viaduct going over. That is so stunning. And you can do the river walks along there. So the town is sort of higher up and you can walk along following the river. And just the views of that viaduct going over the river with the town sort of leading up on the hill. Absolutely spectacular. So Knaresborough is definitely worth a visit. Not quite Harrogate, but it's definitely worth a visit. But Knaresborough, lovely. We enjoyed it, and I think we're going to end the video.
Aye.
Go on then.
Go on then.
What? No, you do it.
Alright then.
Come on.
So that's it. That's it for this week. Yeah, please push the like button if you like a video. Push subscribe if you want to follow the channel, and push the notification bell if you want to know when the next video comes out.
Yeah, thank you for watching. We will see you next time. We're off to work, so God only knows where that's going to be next time you see us.
Alright then, bye.
See you later. Bye.